Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Webtoon Reviews, and today we're going to continue reviewing the ever popular, outstanding, wonderful, and amazing webtoon known as Unordinary. This is going to be a quick review because I just finished an episode for my Why You Should Read series that I planned on doing, and that kind of tuckered me out to do any other extraneous videos. But without that being said, let's get into it. We're going to talk about the current episode of Unordinary, which is, I believe, episode 86, if I'm not mistaken. This takes place after Serafina was hit in the head by an object just to see if she had the ability to block it or not. Now, I thought this week she was about to take those L's and the whole school was going to go into chaos. But that didn't happen right now. But I feel like it's going to happen in the later chapters of Unordinary. But the fact that it didn't happen this week, I'm kind of very happy for. There are just really a lot of things that you can get out of this chapter, more than just a simple quick analysis of it. There's so many deep themes and so many little subtle things that you can miss if you don't reread it or if you don't really pay attention. So let's go to the one that I'm pretty sure everyone has figured out, and that is Serafina is living her life as a cripple. And this may not seem very, very powerful because her ability is oh so strong that, to live like a full cripple may not have registered into your heads. It didn't register in my head at first, and it was this chapter in which I realized the severity of her situation. But she is living her life as a cripple in a school in which power is everything. And I loved her interaction with John on 2 points. And one, because it did make us realize that she is living in this dystopian society as someone without superpowers. And then John, and this is another thing that I love about Unordinary too, and I said this to her in when we had her panel, is that I love how she personalizes her text boxes. It seems like a very stylish thing and it doesn't have an effect, but it really is very strong for understanding the personalities, the character types, and you know who's speaking at whatever given time, even if you were illiterate. So I think this is a really strong thing. It's very powerful. It works for the webtoon, and I told her she should just keep doing that. But I bring up the text boxes because I love how the text boxes go into black with John every time he's speaking in his, jerkish, trollish way, when he gets really, really serious. And in his talk with Serafina, he stresses how, being a cripple is not hard, it's not all that easy. I have broken bones every single day, and you need to take this more lightly because they're trying to rise up and they're going to go against you. I really like this conversation because John hypocrites himself in so many ways here, and I do love John as a character, but this is how he's a hypocrite, because he stresses to Serafina that, she doesn't really know what it's like to live as a cripple, but that's probably more true that she's doing than what John is doing, because Serafina has truly lost her ability and she can't do anything until it recovers. It may never recover. We don't know. But John is living as a cripple only as an imitation, and he has more than enough power to overthrow the school. So in my head, just for him to say that she doesn't know what it's like to live like a cripple, even though she has truly lost her powers, while John continues to stay comfortable with his powers, is kind of a hypocrite, and you're kind of, being a little harsh on someone who has lost their abilities. So then finally, she corrects him, but then she also brings up the point where John has become very, very strange, as if he's a different person. And this has caught her eye, and she reveals it in the last panels of this episode. And then she also reveals the question that we've all been waiting for her to answer. What has happened between him and Arlo? Which, again, now, before I was doing this video, I was thinking that I kind of didn't see the point, or it doesn't make sense for her to think that something has happened between him and Arlo when, she was unconscious and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But then really thinking about it, it kind of makes sense because it's very obvious that John is a completely, utterly different person than what we've seen for episode 1. And he has gotten for actually the worse, in my opinion. But again, it's him being worse is really what makes him strong in such a dystopian hierarchy society type of thing. But he has gotten, really bad for the worse. He's not the soft, laid back person that Serafina was attracted to. He's become this cold-hearted, very arrogant and rude person, and she wants to find out why. As friends, she wants to find out why. But she also knows that there's something else going on, which again, and I'm saying that it's all like blatantly obvious that there's more on the table than what it seems. And so she wants to challenge that. And so I don't know what's going to happen next week, but I'm really excited about John's answer and what that will be, or what else is going to happen in this webtoon. The author said that we have about 30 to 40 chapters left of the first season, and then she says possibly a new season, but again, only future chapters are going to tell. Only Uru-chan herself can tell us what's going on. And that is my review of Unordinary's latest chapter. I'm kind of going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to review something else. I've been really feeling I Love You, and I really want to analyze that because it's such a powerful webtoon, and I can see easily why it's so popular. And there's just a bunch of other webtoons. The webtoon world out there is wide and vast, and honestly, and I say this to you as I say it to myself too, there's other stuff to read than just the stuff that's common. That's why I made a series called Webtoon Discover, because there's so many slow or popular webtoons that are really, really good, and they just get overshadowed. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe. If you want to read Unordinary, as always, I will leave a link in the description below. I thank you for listening and watching. With that being said, have a good night.